On today's episode of In Too Deep, I'm going to take this 1968 Hatteras 50 motor yacht all the way from Miami back up to Maine in one video. In addition to that, Frosty is going to be taking his boat from Miami back to Maine as well. So you'll see some snippets from his trip and my perspective of everything on my boat and what's going on his boat. If you're thinking I look a little under the weather on this trip, it's because I had just gotten out of the hospital about a week before we departed Miami from that crazy surgery I had and explained in the last video. But I am very pleased to say that I have made a miraculous recovery. I am feeling good, doing good, everything is good. So that is good. In addition to that, if you're following the new Instagram, In Too Deep Boating, you might have seen that I did something absolutely outrageous. So if you're not following there, go check it out, In Too Deep Boating on Instagram, where you'll get much more up-to-date updates prior to the release of these videos on YouTube. That's enough blabbering. Per usual, thanks for watching. If you like the videos, hit that subscribe button. And this is Miami to Maine by boat in one video. Enjoy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is a rather exciting day. It is April 27th and it's like 7:30 in the morning. And today we leave Miami for the season. So me and Ethan are headed back up to Maine with our boats and it's gonna be cool. Another exciting factor about today is that I am finally done taking these antibiotics that I had to take for this crazy crap that happened to me, so I can have a cup of coffee. My coffee maker has been off for over a month, probably closer to 2 months, and now I can have a cup of coffee on day one of the trip north. That is perfect. All right, so today's the day that we leave. Right now I'm on my inflatable. There's Bella. You might be wondering why I'm wearing these crazy sunglasses right now. Well, yesterday I rented a car or a truck to bring my Aquasport up to my parents' house, and I think I left my Ray-Bans in the rental truck. So these are my backups. Anyways, something really exciting is happening today. My sister is here in Miami visiting for business, and Ethan's sister came to do part of the boat trip with him. So my sister's hopping on and we are having an In Too Deep Sisters Day today. So my sister's hopping on my boat, Ethan's sister's hopping on his boat, and we're gonna cruise, the four of us. So it'll be a lot of fun. So I'm going to shore right now to pick my sister up. Then I'm gonna call the rental car company and see if they can find my Ray-Bans. That would be a blessing, but I kind of doubt it. It's kind of like trading for the last pair of Ray-Bans I found in a rental car. So we're almost back at the boat. Everyone say hi to my sister Mia.
Hello!
So today she's joining me on my explorations and we're going to West Palm Beach. You excited?
Woo! Oh yeah! Part of the adventure today.
She brought bananas. I didn't give her the memo. The one thing that can't come on the boat is bananas. Sorry, Mia.
Oh, that's A-okay.
All right, so this is the moment that we leave Miami to conclude the 2024 season in Miami. We're gonna fire up the boat and make the 9 o'clock bridge. We have 5 minutes to make it to the bridge. So, I think we'll make it. Alrighty, I already undid my mooring pennants. I've got this temporary line going through. I'm gonna drop it. We're gonna pull it through. This year just flew by. Alright, we're disconnected. There's my mooring sitting there on a life jacket. Wow, and we are off. We've got 2 minutes, a minute and a half to make it to the bridge. We Venetian East, Venetian East, Venetian East. This is northbound Bella Rose, over.
East Venetian, okay.
East Venetian, this is northbound Bella Rose, requesting your next opening, 9 o'clock, over.
East Venetian, where are you? I don't have to see any vessels in sight.
Right at the bridge, 16th mile, over. All right, well, we're coming up to the Venetian East, so, phew, crazy. We're out of here, just like that. All right, so we have one last stop at Micah's boat right here. He's gonna come grab his sander that he lent me. Micah's going up to the Hamptons this year to be a captain. Micah! How we doing?
Pirates of Miami.
Any last words for us?
Fair winds and following seas, my brother.
So here we are, leaving Miami. These glasses are wild. What do you think so far, Mia?
Oh, I'm loving it. It's awesome.
So we're gonna come under, I believe this is the East 79th Street Bridge. It's a pretty pivotal moment to be leaving Miami. This guy's not paying any attention. So, I just got, and I'm not sponsored, but I just got an Insta360, the new Insta360. I've always wanted one, so I finally bit the bullet and bought one. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how that complements the videos. Should be pretty cool. Also, I mounted my helm chair. Temporarily, I faired the deck and mounted it. I still need to take it back off to paint the deck once I get to Maine, but I wanted to sit in the chair today, especially since it's a very nice part of Intracoastal that we're going through. It's the In Too Deep Sisters trip.
Hi. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
This is Mia.
I'm Sophie.
Mia, Sophie.
Hi, Ethan.
Look at you sport fishes. I wonder who's faster. What's coming out of Ethan's port right there? You got a pretty constant flow of water.
Bilge water?
I don't know what it must be, bilge water. It's coming out though. The bilge pumps kick on sometimes, but like, oh, it just stopped, Ethan. But like my boat doesn't, my bilge pumps never really kick on because I don't take on water anywhere.
Okay.
So he's going down to check to make sure that he's not taking on water anywhere.
Nice.
8 minutes till opening. Here we are coming up to the Broad Causeway Bridge. Last bridge before we pass Hull over. And it appears as if we have a sister ship approaching as well. We'll give them a toot toot. Hey, cool. Gus is getting in a race with an old Bertram. Looks like we have a boat parade coming up here. Wow. Look at the size of this thing. That is a massive ship. And in the grand scheme of cruise ships, that's not even all that big. But we're in Port Everglades right now, making good time. Weather seems to be improving. All is good.
It's me on the cam. We got a bachelorette party back there.
We got another one coming up.
Oh, nice.
Newport Everglades, and now we're at this popular sandbar area, cruising by. It's a Saturday, but the weather's not all that great, so the boating traffic is lesser, but still a lot.
Wow. How do you feel about heading out of Miami today, Gus?
It's a little sad. I feel like I could have used another week or two, but you know, we're gonna get up north and be productive, and it'll be a lot of fun. I'm disappointed I didn't get to do the Bahamas this year, but it will happen. It will happen.
Look at this. There's a food boat. It's a little cafe on the water. Gus, have you ever gone to the food boat?
Never been to that food boat, but I've been to the food boat in Miami.
So did you have to swim over to it?
So it was at a sandbar. Oh, Ethan's calling me. Hold on.
Okay.
I copied. You're coming in a little rough. All right. Wow, it's chaotic over here, huh?
Yeah. Wow.
Look at that sport fish. It's pretty cool. They're fishing in the ICW.
Wow. Nice.
So the food truck or the food boat, you could either take your dinghy up to it, or you could swim up to it, and you'd place your order, and then the guy would deliver it to wherever you were hanging out on his little dinghy, and then you would take
Wow.
payment with a little pad.
That's so cool.
That's pretty cool.
Where are we now?
Now we're getting close to the New River, northbound in the ICW in Fort Lauderdale. So we're passing all the big marinas. This is Bahia Mar. That's what Ethan was just saying on the phone, is he's stopping there for fuel.
Woo! All right, we're going under the bridge.
Just came under the Northeast 14th Street Bridge. So right now, we are in Hollywood, and I'm gonna slow down so we don't make a big wave for these guys. But this is one of my favorite places, Les Tub, the restaurant. Really cool restaurant. You can pull right up. You can dock your boat. But I must say, it is pretty windy and stormy today. It's raining. There's the Jimmy Buffett 5 o'clock somewhere. R.I.P.
We're eating some lunch up here, getting nourished. The sun's coming out a little bit. Wow, it's become a beautiful day out. The clouds parted, the rain stopped. It's gorgeous out here. We're passing some amazing houses. It's so different. I live in LA and there are a lot of big houses there, but these are like Florida big. I love how all of the houses have their own character.
Say hi! Hey!
What are you heading back to Maine?
Heading back to Maine.
We know you from YouTube. Yeah, I watch you on YouTube.
Hell yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome, man. Thank you.
You're doing a lot of work there. Great.
Lake Boca on a Saturday, on a windy Saturday, is popping. Shoo-wee. Well, we're in Highland Beach, and looks like we've got some weather rolling in. We've just been hanging out, cruising right along, enjoying the beautiful scenery and everything to go along with boating through the Intracoastal in Florida. Pretty nice day overall. Hey, we made it, we made it. So today was In Too Deep Sisters Day. How'd we do today, Frosty?
Frosty's working through some kinks. It took about one bridge, maybe two, for my shift cable to blow out on my starboard port side, which is usually the good transmission, but that's okay. That's fixable.
Just a
I
shift
made it
cable.
through. I had to do a couple quick runs downstairs to put it in gear, but but as long as we made it out alive.
Sophie,
Sophie
say
and I
hi.
were cruising.
Hello.
Introduce yourself.
I am Sophie, Ethan's sister,
You know what I realized?
co-captain.
We never gave a proper introduction.
Oh, no
This
way.
is Mia, my sister,
Hey, everyone.
and it's Sisters Day today.
Sisters,
So-
bring your sister on your boat day.
Bring your sister on your boat day. So we made it to the free docks. Well, I don't think we're supposed to be here because there's a sign up there that apparently says the docks are closed for some party they're having. But we pulled up anyway because Ethan's boat's broken.
Which
That's
sibling?
not why.
looks
That's
more
why,
like
if
each
anyone
other?
asks.
Oh yeah, what's that?
I was like, which siblings look more like each other?
I don't know. Well, neither of us are fair judges. So.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, first fill up of the trip, 404 a gallon. Pretty good.
Wow.
Pretty good for Southern Florida.
Nice. All right, so we're gonna go get some dinner, and it'll be interesting to see how this comes out on here, huh?
I don't know where to look, really.
You just look at it. It should be recording us. All right,
Sisters
everyone
in
smile.
stripes. Yeah. Oh, how cute.
All right, so Frosty is we're getting the problems out of the way early this trip. As I mentioned, the sheath to the shift cable on my port side motor essentially blew out. So when I went to push it into forward, the cable wouldn't push. It would just bow out of the side. I used a temporary repair today. Duct tape. More long-term temporary repair is this hose. Should slide around there nice. Welcome back to Frosty's Bilge. This is the shift cable. As you can see, busted out big time. So it won't push into gear anymore. It can pull, but no push. I honestly have high hopes for this. It's a little stiff, but should do. I'm gonna go for duct tape reinforcements between the hose clamps. Honestly, that's a piece of art. I'm okay with that. Let's see how she does. The other problem we had on Frosty today was the rudder position sensor stopped sensing rudder position. It's showing no connectivity between any of the three posts. So that seems like it's shot.
Good morning, from West Palm Beach, Florida, the town landing. It is a windy morning this morning. I'm wearing my Fishizzle shirt. And today is day 2 of the In Too Deep Sisters adventure, where my sister's on my boat, Ethan's sister's on his boat, and we are going to continue adventuring all the way up to Palm Bay, Florida. So my sister was supposed to leave this morning, but she decided to hop on for an extra day, and she can see my parents, or our parents rather, up in Palm Bay. So that is the story there.
All right, let's go over to Frosty and see how they're doing over there. He miscalculated his approach and smoked his engine vent.
But that's not too bad. So let's see how he's feeling this morning.
Frosty, come on out. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Nobody could do that.
This morning.
You're what?
I'm a little tired this morning.
Sophie, how about
A little
you?
stressed, but
What are you holding?
One's from the strip club.
You've got some explaining to do, I
I went
think.
to Monroe's last night. Private dance.
You went to the strip club
Yeah, I did. I got a hoodie.
while we were all sleeping?
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
One was my ex-boyfriend.
So Sophie ditched us at dinner last night, hung out with her ex-boyfriend, and apparently ended up at a strip club.
In valet parking.
Wow, what time did you get home?
Like 2.
2.
I think so.
I was in bed by 11, I think. I slept good though. I'm glad I did. Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
You had fun?
Oh, so yeah, it was if you like nudity.
Full nude?
Good place. Yeah.
Wow.
Never really been to one like that.
Well, we're gonna voyage out this morning. How do you feel about today's voyage?
Very looking forward to it.
Probably be napping a lot.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, cool. So we're gonna fire up the engines and we're gonna head out of here. Off we go. Sophie was nice enough to cast off my lines, and my sister's still sleeping right now. But she's I was gonna tell her she could sleep while I drive because I mean it's still early. So it's gonna be a long day of ICW cruising today. It's way too windy to go out in the ocean, so we are taking the ICW 90 miles. I got a low bridge coming. Go up on the fly, make sure we can squeeze this one. Oh, my new chair is so comfortable though. Coming through West Palm Beach, getting close to Peanut Island. Peanut Island's right there. It's quite the scrap metal operation here. It reminds me of my good friend Ansel and his scrap metal operation in my hometown of Nashua. Shout out to my friend Holly, Toby, Mike, other Mike, all the junkyard crew. Shaping up to be a beautiful day. It's still early. It is 7:09 a.m. and it's a good day. A shout out to Brian Johnson, who I saw at the West Palm Beach Town Docks yesterday. It was really cool. Super nice guy, watches the videos. You see people often, it's really cool. I love meeting you guys. I'd like to do a meetup in Portland this year, up in Maine, maybe in Casco Bay. Big In Too Deep tie-out party, that'd be a lot of fun. Oh, I see a Nord, nice Nordhaven up here. That's a sick Nord. That's a passage maker right there. The Parker Bridge. Cruising on through. These sunglasses are ridiculous. They look like, they remind me of Transformers. Some nice sporties. We're gonna try out our first ever Insta 360 time lapse. So we are in Fort Pierce now. It's pretty nice here, hanging out on the fly bridge. Loving my comfy chair. Ethan's just about a mile behind us. It's windy today, but it's beautiful. What do you think, Mia?
Oh, it's gorgeous. Another beautiful day.
Wow. Just came under the bridge in Fort Pierce. We have a serious construction operation going on, building a new bridge here. What do you suppose that thing is over there? It looks like a super mega speed something though. Look at this Sabre. That thing is sweet. That's a big wake.
Oh my god, we're surfing! Yeah, we're surfing.
Alright, so after a long day of ICW cruising, we are finally pulling into Palm Harbor. What do you think, Mia? This was the conclusion of the In Too Deep Sisters trip.
Oh man, I'll be back. That's what I think.
Mia will be back.
Oh, so we're pretty tired from cruising all day. So we're gonna get anchored up. We're gonna go have some dinner. Alrighty. So right over yonder, you might see Frosty. We're in Palm Harbor. We pulled in here last night. I told Ethan to get a head start so that I could run straight offshore from Cape Canaveral to Morehead City. He doesn't have the fuel capacity for that. So he has his sister Sophie on board. They're going to meet us in Morehead City from here, which is quite a ways, which is crazy. He's out of here right now.
All right. It is Monday the 29th. Gus and I are headed in different directions for the first time since this trip. So my plan was to go Palm Bay to Hilton Head, probably 30 hours offshore, then fuel up, take off again, another 30, gets me to Morehead. Gus is waiting for a passenger, so he's not gonna leave Palm Bay until Wednesday. I was gonna wait for him in Morehead, maybe take a visit to spend a night in Charleston with Sophie. Sophie's still sleeping, but the seas are, I haven't been out, but forecasts say the seas are, they're saying 4 to 5's pretty tight period. I don't want to do that for 30 hours. So it's supposed to clear up later tomorrow. We'll head offshore today, maybe early tomorrow. Sophie and I are going to run inside. Don't really have a destination set for the day. We're just going to plug, slow cruise, and keep you up to date. Frosty's been running good. Fortunately, the autopilot works without the rudder position sensor. Not as effectively, but it still gets the job done. The shift cable repair is killing it. It's nice having Sophie on board and not for the ICW, even though she's doing a lot of napping. That's okay. Frosty is, for those who didn't watch, on the way down, Frosty was consuming some coolant until we got to probably about halfway through the trip, and it stopped. Stopped consuming coolant, which was a good feeling. Day 1 and 2, it seems to be consuming coolant again. A little bit. I'm just topping it off every morning, keeping an eye on the oil. It's not showing up in the oil. We're just cruising. Man. I love this.
Isn't the weather might be getting worse tomorrow?
Weather's supposed to get worse tonight. It's a good thing we didn't go offshore today, because this is inside.
What?
And for other reasons. We didn't make it very far today.
How far do you think we made it?
Maybe 25 miles. I went down into the engine room, or shortly after we left, noticed high water. My float switch had given out, so I swapped that out. Started looking around to see where the water came from. It was coming from the rubber hose that sits between the stuffing box and the shaft lock tube. It looks like it had been walking itself off the shaft log for probably decades now, maybe. No, not decades, but, and it was pissing in through that hole. So we pulled over, I undid the hose clamps and tried to shove it back on. Didn't make much progress. Thought we would be good for the day, but we weren't, so we're pulled over and throwing trash. We're gonna address it. Frosty is really testing my emotional fortitude right now. It's a long way to Maine, and we're on day 3. But it can only get better from here. Or worse,
Or
I
we
guess.
sink.
Yeah. Alright, Sophie and I are back underway. Somewhat begrudgingly. I called my boat people, Jay and Gus. Got some advice from them. I decreased the water flow by messing around down there. I'm just brutalized by my engine room. Scratches, cuts all over the place. To list some emotions I'm feeling right now. Frustrated. Anxious?
Overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed might be a good one. Tired is definitely on there. And, but, as they say, a day on a boat is better than a day in the office. So we are cruising on a beautiful, beautiful afternoon, evening. We're gonna anchor up somewhere where it's protected. It's blowing pretty good right now, so we wanted to get off that dock and cover some miles because we lost a lot. I think proper repairs will wait until Portland, but we'll see. I am driving the boat. So we anchored up probably 10 miles past Cocoa Beach yesterday. We were on the dock, just getting slammed on the dock. Now we are headed for St. Aug is the plan. 77 miles from here, something like that. Then we'll get up on fast crack of dawn, run 200 miles to get to Southport, and probably turn and burn to get to Morehead to meet Gus. Should be good. I grounded out. I bet something. I think this is the one that sends me to the boatyard. Maybe it's like a God's plan thing. I had to do it, so I didn't go offshore. If I went offshore, things would go bad. I don't know. It was, I can't blame anyone but myself. It was a weird thing, and I don't know. I just dove on the boat. The props aren't obviously messed up, but the water I'm diving in is very murky, so it's probably a shit. You can kind of see the vibration in the wire there. That's about 750 RPMs on the starboard side. That's 1,000. I don't like 1,000. I barely like 750. I am in too deep once again. There have been many moments that I think I'm not cut out for this shit. I think I might not be cut out for this shit. It's just continued chaos on this fucking boat. But I think we're gonna do maybe moderately irresponsible and just head to Morehead. Where we go from there, undetermined. The shaft's gonna need some love, but I'm preparing for the worst. I've got an emergency high flow bilge pump. So that's good for 3,500 gallons per hour. If something bad happens. It is 7:30 p.m. Soph and I are headed for St. Augustine on the ICW. The current plan is we're gonna leave St. Aug at 6:30, fuel up right there. 191 nautical miles to refuel in Charleston. At 7 knots, that's 24 and a half hours. I've been running the port side harder. Port side's running 1,400 RPMs. Starboard side's running 750, 800 RPMs. So that kind of throws off my fuel numbers. Burn charts for the old Detroits down there. Say at 1,400 I should be doing 3 GPH. I've got gallons per hour. I've got 150 gallons per tank, but they're separate. So I've got 150 gallons. I'm calling it 4 gallons an hour for conservation. Also 7 knots is a little conservative, but first run, St. Aug to Charleston, 24.5 hours, 97.7 gallons. Pretty comfortable with that one. Puts us in Charleston, fuel up at 7 a.m. Then we'll take off.
Maybe we'll get breakfast.
Sophie says maybe we'll get breakfast.
I want to see it.
Sophie wants to go to Charleston, but we kind
But
of.
at 7 a.m. there's probably not much to see.
Yeah, we kind of got places to be.
Yeah.
And then we'll take off 230 miles to Morehead, which is a little bit tighter. 230. Well, my plotting says 210. I'm calling it 230. At 7 knots, that's 33.5 hours. 132 gallons. It's a little bit close to the 150 I have in there. Or I will have in there, but should be good. 33 hours should put us in Morehead to meet us at 5 p.m.-ish, depending. We are underway. Gonna fuel up and head out.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is May 1st, 2024. And today is a unique and exciting day. It is a unique and exciting day that only happens for me once a year, and maybe not even every year. However, before I get into it, I'd like to show you this beautiful, already risen sunrise. I'm in Palm Bay, Florida right now, in a little harbor called Palm Harbor. And here's the story. Today I am heading offshore through Cape Canaveral, and I am first going to Melbourne Harbor Marina to fuel up and to pick up a subscriber that is coming to do this section of the trip with me. He's actually from North Carolina, so it'll work out good. We're going straight offshore to North Carolina. It's really exciting. Looking like we have some really nice weather coming. And we are just gonna basically draw a straight line from Cape Canaveral to Morehead City. This trip is 440 nautical miles from the Cape Canaveral inlet out and all the way into the Morehead City inlet. 440 nautical miles. For those of you that do not know, a nautical mile is 1.14 statute miles, I believe. So a nautical mile is longer than a statute mile. But the reason us boaters use nautical miles is because we like to speak in knots in terms of speed. I'm really hoping to average 9 or 10 knots. 10 is a little optimistic. The reason I say so fast compared to my usual 8-knot cruising speed is because we're going straight out into the Gulf Stream. So the Gulf Stream is going to be helping us. Not to mention, we have mostly a southern wind. It looks like a southeastern, but mostly southern wind. 48 to 50 hours is what this is going to take to do. So 48 to 50 hours of this old boat running constantly, autopilot the whole way. So all right, it is time to do some fluid checks before we depart here. Fluid checks are important because essentially, once I fire this boat up, she's running for 50 hours. Perfecto. These engines don't burn any oil. This side has the more updated dipstick, which I need to install on the other side too. This dipstick's way cooler. All good. Once I start the engines, I'll check the transmission fluid level, because you have to do that while they're running. Everything looks pretty good. I don't need that on right now.
comments about it. These are twin disc 50/50s. They're 2-to-1 ratio, 2-inch shafts, and my props are 26/25s, 4-blade. Oh no, it's already muddy. What sucks is that I don't have a wash down up here. I will say, coming out of Palm Harbor is some sketchy stuff. Basically rub the bottom on the way out. Just like that, I'm off. So right now I'm by myself and I'm headed to Melbourne Harbor Marina just to top off my fuel tanks and to pick up my passenger. My dad's gonna meet us there because my parents live right down the road from here. Either way, I'm really excited because the weather looks freaking spectacular for this voyage. So that is like pure luck. You know, we might get stuck in some stuff, but nothing bad by any means. All right. So it is 11 a.m. and we left Melbourne Harbor Marina about an hour ago, headed north for Cape Canaveral, Florida to go offshore. I have my crew member on board. This is Josh.
Nice to meet everybody. I'm in front of Into Deep viewers. And long story short, I reached out to Gus and I said, let me come along for an excursion. I'd like to throw you a couple bucks. And we connected, and here I am. I think that it's Gus's perseverance and his get it done attitude which got me here, because I could be out. There really isn't anybody else that wanted the message. So and the mechanical inclination. I think a lot of the viewers are gonna agree with me on that. So here I am on Bella.
Wow, that was perfect. That's freaking perfect. So I have a lot of people that reach out regarding coming along on these trips, and I felt that Josh was the perfect candidate. He's got his own boat. He has a lot of experience out on the water, and for this offshore trip, it's really important that you make sure you bring someone along that is capable of being out in the ocean for a long period of time, and I just felt like this was gonna work out good. All right, so we are in the Canaveral Barge Canal right now, cruising right along. It is a beautiful day. It's exactly noon right now. We're about halfway through the Canaveral Barge Canal, and we're heading straight offshore. We're full of fuel, we're full of water, and we're full of food. All is good. All right, so we are at the Canaveral Lock right now, and it is time to do some locking. So, we are just rounding the shoal off of Cape Canaveral. Probably about 7-8 miles off the shoal, or off the coast of Cape Canaveral, right over the shoal. And these shoaly swells are nice, but we're taking them head on, so it's perfect. But you can just tell, Bella's a happy boat. She is a happy boat. She's out in the ocean. She's literally operating in her prime right now. Josh is up front, laying down, enjoying the awesome weather and the breeze, the sea breeze, and the waves. You know, there's just something that's like, it's its own sort of peaceful, and I'm sure so many of you know exactly what I'm talking about. But being out in the ocean and just
gliding through the ocean. And I'm sure even more so possibly on a sailboat where you don't hear the engines roaring all day. Not that I mind my engines, trust me. But just the ocean is wonderful. It really is. It's great. So it's 440 nautical miles to get from the inlet in Cape Canaveral to the inlet in Beaufort, North Carolina, which is Morehead City. I think it's like 438 nautical miles. Either way, I'm gonna guess we're gonna do it in 48 hours or less. The weather's looking absolutely perfect. Nothing, you know, it's not gonna be flat, calm, standstill oceans, but we're not hitting any seas of significance, it looks like. It's gonna be all, you know, reasonable. Fair winds and following seas, I should say. All right. It is 6:37 p.m. and we are in the Gulf Stream now. So right now we're doing 10.5 to 11 knots-ish. It is a beautiful day out. The seas are settling down more and more the further we get into deeper water. Josh is loving it and we are just hanging out. It's really awesome. So tonight is night one, and then we'll have one more night at sea, and then Friday we'll be in Morehead City. So today's Wednesday.
Pretty soon the sun's gonna go down. We're gonna witness a beautiful sunset.
So I talked to Josh and I said, what do you want to run for shifts? And basically he said he does not care at all, totally up to me. So I said like 1 a.m. to 7 or 8 a.m. That way I could sleep from 1 to 7 or 8, which I kind of feel bad because I feel like that's the prime hours to go to sleep. But he didn't seem to care. Be cruising. So far on the food list for today, for some reason I eat so much more food when I'm on the boat, on a long boat trip. And I know I should be taking it easy on eating the food, but had a steak, some chicken, some pinwheels from Costco, an Italian ice, a croissant, a smoothie, and I'm ready to go in for more right now. Well, sunset's here, and of course,
Clouds blocking. I don't know if the camera will do this even the slightest bit of justice, but can you see how blue that water is? Once it drops off to like 2,000 or 3,000 feet of water, it's just so blue.
The sun is going down on the Frosty 5, and we just have absolutely gorgeous conditions. We are running, what are we running? 7.6. We're moving slow. About 900 on this side, about 14 on this side. We are I think halfway there. Wasn't sure about the fuel burn, running a motor on one motor, but it looks like we're gonna have ages to spare. We're gonna have plenty of fuel for this trip, for this run. I had a scare this morning. I went down to check the bilge, and the water was a little bit high. It was a lot high. It was alarmingly high. Fortunately, I had my auxiliary pump set up. First thing I did was switch that on and get it pumped out, and the boat's still floating good, running good. We're gonna run through the night and hit Charleston 9-ish tomorrow morning.
Depending on the calculations.
Somebody's gonna have the wheel till 1 or 2 a.m. I'm gonna get some early night sleep. Then we'll swap out. I'll bring her into Charleston. We'll fuel up. We'll shoot back offshore. Fair warning. If this little nose guard falls off your pit vipers, they're dangerous. dangerous, dangerous.
Alrighty. It's 1 a.m. I'm down in the aft cabin. I'm gonna hop in the shower and get some sleep till 7-ish. I've got Josh is on the helm. I'm pretty tired. He got some rest, so he should be good till 7 a.m. and I'm gonna get some sleep down in the aft. We're making good progress. The ocean's nice, and I'm standing here amazed at how smooth the friggin' running gear, the new running gear in this boat. I remember coming down here and sleeping during the last trip. It was so much louder and so much more shaky down here. The shafts run right underneath me. The props are right underneath me, literally right underneath me spinning. And it's not even like, it's silky smooth. There's no vibration in the floor. It's amazing. So,
It's 5 a.m. I've been on watch since like 3. I've been hanging in the hammock listening to a podcast. Just staring at the radar over there. The sun is starting to come up. We are like 3 or 4 hours outside of Charleston. Frosty is hanging right along. We're making good speed. We've been up near 8 knots for a while now.
alright. Now it's 7:45. Time to get up. Go upstairs. Looking out of my porthole right here. It's looking like it's a beautiful day out there. Holy crap. Good morning. So, right now it is about 8 a.m. I'm currently off the coast of Charleston, about 125 miles east of Charleston. I just heard from Ethan. He is right now pulling into Charleston. His first long offshore run was great. He's pulling into Charleston right now. He's gonna fuel up. He's gonna turn and burn. So it's looking like I'll be just a little bit ahead of him into Morehead.
Going up. Shem for fuel. Alright. We made it to Charleston in 26 hours, 192 miles. An average of 7.4 knots. We're in a total of 147 gallons of fuel for an overall mileage of 1.3 miles per gallon, nautical miles per gallon. If we run 7 knots, we'll get there around 5 miles. Sophie, any comments? How was your first overnight?
It was quite nice. The stars were beautiful. We passed a lot of ships in the night, and that kind of freaked me out. So I had a hard time relaxing because I was convinced that we were just going to drive into one or just have into enemy territory or something, but we didn't. And once we passed all those, Ethan came.
Alright. It is 6:44 p.m. and I've just been absolutely cruising all day. Cruising and eating. Eating all sorts of food again today. But feels good. I'm starting to gain my weight back now. So we got a freighter out in the distance. Ethan is pretty much due west of us right now, about 100 miles. And it's been a wonderful freaking day cruising, I'll tell you. Wonderful. I love this flybridge chair. I just buttered up a bagel. About to have more food. So right now we're doing 9.5, 10 knots. Gulfstream kind of picked back up and is helping us again. Josh is downstairs sleeping. The season picked up a little bit, but it's enjoyable. So I am absolutely just chilling. It is 7:45 p.m. I already noticed the day's getting shorter. That's crazy, just by going north. Anyways, got a beautiful sunset.
sun just went down and I'm gonna cook up some hard-boiled eggs, but first I need to switch one of the engines over to the aft tank so I don't burn so much out of my forward tank. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch my starboard side engine to run off the aft tank, as both of them right now are running off the forward tank. You know what? Maybe I set them both to run off the aft tank, actually. That it makes most sense to only switch one engine over, so if there was an issue with supplying from that tank, I don't lose both engines at the same time. Good morning, good morning. This morning we have a wonderful whole pod of dolphins that's decided to join us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dolphins so far. It is absolutely beautiful out here. Oh, it is so cool. So it's 9 a.m. right now. Last day of my offshore stretch from Palm Bay to Morehead City. And it is just so nice out today. So to put it in perspective, last year, I'll flash video of what the conditions were like in this exact spot. All right, so it is about 2 in the morning. And as promised, it is, the weather's picked up, to say the least. They were terrible. And right now, we're having the best conditions that we've had the entire trip. It is so beautiful out here. It's like a golf course in the ocean. Just rolling hills. I spoke to Ethan, and we're gonna be getting in here around the same time. I'm wondering if he picked up his speed, because I was head and head with him and I was doing 10.5 knots. And it seems like he might be a little bit ahead of me now. I don't know how that would happen. Bella is a quality boat. She has really, really just performed flawlessly. She has had, knock on wood, knock on my freshly varnished rails, she has had absolutely no issues. I've taken this boat all the way from Florida to Maine, from Maine back to Florida to the Keys, back to Miami, to the Keys again, Miami, all the way going back to Maine now. And all this thing has wanted from me is diesel fuel. I don't even think it's possible to find another 1968 Hatteras that runs as reliably as this frickin' thing does. She treats me well. I treat her well, she treats me well. I guess that's every good relationship, right? And she doesn't yell. And she doesn't get mad when you don't text back either. I just switched the port side engine to run off the aft tank as well, so now both engines are running off the aft fuel tank. I have about
a little over half left in the forward fuel tank. I just switched to start drawing off the aft tank. Since the generator runs off the forward, I figure keep half a tank in there. Although I really don't have to use the generator much at all. You see the little curves, that's where the Gulf Stream really grabs you. It starts grabbing you and you need to adjust your course. Then it'll grab you again, then you adjust your course. All right, so we're coming in hand with Ethan right now. Check it out, he just popped up on Apple Maps. He's there and we're here. Oh, he's calling me right now. All right, so it is 12:30 p.m. right now, and we are about 20 miles out of Morehead City, and just caught a glimpse of Ethan on Frosty. He's what looks like a couple miles ahead of us. We might be closing ground on him now. I was able to get a hold of him and say, hey, slow down so we get into Morehead at the same time. But it's really amazing that we left Florida 3 days apart and now we're just inching together and we're gonna be arriving in Morehead at the same time. So me and Josh are just hanging out, cruising, having a good time. What do you think of the trip, Josh?
Well, we're middle of the day on day 3 of our voyage. Unbelievable weather. A couple little squalls that Bella didn't bat an eye to. And Gus has conveyed his outstanding navigational skills to me. Unbelievable. Yeah, he's just been an awesome host. Perfect captain.
If you're a boater, you're a boater. If the vibe is right, it's great. And Josh is the perfect crew candidate. So thanks for coming along. It's been a fun time, and he might proceed further on this trip. He's welcome to. So look who it is.
How'd you like your first offshore adventure?
I'm loving it.
Sophie's been getting a lot of time in the sun. There we go.
I'm almost as tan as Ethan. Lots of sun time, nap time, and then some torture late at night when I stay up like this.
Quality time. For the past 2 nights, Sophie's been taking the helm from like 10 to 3-ish, and then I'll get up and keep running. We are not doing traditional 8-hour shifts.
I don't think the timing could have worked out any better. Frosty is literally maybe a quarter of a mile ahead of me right now, and we are 2 miles out of the Morehead City Beaufort Inlet. Last time we were together was in Palm Bay, Florida, and we have reunited at the perfect time. My engines have been running for the last 50 minutes, or 50 hours, I mean, not minutes. Insane. How was your voyage?
Great.
You got it, Cap. Stay on the helm, stay on the helm. You're gonna hit the thing. That's good.
I'm Sophie. Nice to meet you.
Howdy doody, Frosty. My end.
That was a lot of hours.
That was a lot of hours.
Josh, man, how we doing? How was your trip, man? You had fun? Awesome, awesome. Hell yeah. That was a hike.
Dude, your bilge is cranking full bore.
She's been working. That's for sure.
She's been working
She's
hard.
been working.
I haven't shut my engines off. Just like that. Let's get some fuel. Well, we made it to Morehead City. We got him on the dock. What's up, Sophie?
Howdy.
Let's see what this mileage is. I think it's gonna be good.
I hope so.
We were like cranking in a good way, I think.
All right. It is a beautiful, beautiful afternoon slash evening. It's evening, I guess. Pulling into Oriental. So we're gonna stop here, and it's gonna be cool. We're gonna grab some dinner tonight. It'll be awesome. So nice in North Carolina right now. Unbelievably nice.
So it's looking like Josh is game to stay on the boat and come all the way to New York City. So that is huge because now we can really book it to New York City, straight offshore from Norfolk to New York City, I guess. We're all anchored up in Oriental. It is a beautiful freaking night out. Anchored very nicely. And we're going out to dinner. Dinner. It looks like a brand new motor. You know what?
You better save it, man.
Hold on here. Let me take a look at this thing.
Oh,
yeah,
the-
never mind.
Grab the handle.
The bracket's falling off.
Hold us. Hold us.
The bracket's falling off. You got it. It has been requested.
You ready? Oh no, that ain't going anywhere. Where's the motor lock to hold it up? How does it? Oh, right here is the lock.
Aww. Ding dong.
Oh, it's bending more.
That bracket.
This looks like one of my creations. How old are you? 13. When I was 13, this is the sort of creation that I would.
off of there.
Did you make that bracket?
This is a creation that I would create when I was 13, for sure. So I give you props. And
You better
it does,
get it
didn't
in
work
before the
this
motor
time,
goes under the water.
but it'll work when you revise it. Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Did you make it? No.
Oh, you didn't do it? Oh, your dad did it.
He should know better.
Just bend her back into place. She'll be good.
Oh my god, this must have used my ab muscle and
Oh, how'd it feel?
it hurt a little bit, but I'm doing alright.
Doing alright. Gus is bringing Sophie books because she's out of books.
The passage south.
Okay.
Or, depending on your mood, own your own corporation.
Oh, how's that one going for you? Have you read that?
I read that a long time ago.
Did you learn anything from it?
Probably collective of knowledge that
Can I
goes
hold
in
on
one.
to both of them?
Yeah.
And I have for Sophie Detroit manuals, twin disc manuals.
Look at this.
Bible.
Look what I'm giving Ethan. Look what I'm giving.
Did you save any for
I'm
yourself?
actually really nice to Ethan.
Actually.
Booyah.
Hell yeah.
Did you save any for yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was just rationing off our supplies, so this is perfect.
I'm ribbed of goats. Alrighty. Good morning from Oriental, North Carolina. Today's date is April 4th, and we are getting ready to pull the anchor and head out of here. Last night we got dinner. Ethan just took off. He's headed that way. Josh is on board, coming for the second leg of the trip. You stoked?
I am.
Hell yeah. It's gonna be awesome. Wow, look at that old hat. That not so old hat. So we're gonna try and get some serious distance down. The plan is to try and be in New York City for Tuesday evening, or really Tuesday afternoon, and today is Saturday. So that's tight. I think we'll get somewhere close to Coin Jock by tonight. Although it's 2:30 and we're just entering the Pungo River Canal northbound right now. So somewhere near Coin Jock tonight, and then tomorrow stage to go offshore. So get right to the Chesapeake Bay. So we are in the Pungo River Canal right now, and it's the land of the root beer colored water. Yum yum. It's kind of windy, but I'm gonna attempt to fly the drone. I put the life jacket on the drone because I'm out of flyaway covered drones that I've lost in the water on the drone's DJI insurance plan or whatever. So in the event I do get the drone, I do drown the drone, I need to at least find it in order to get another one now. It still costs a bunch of money, but yeah, let's fly it. All right, so I officially leveled up in idiot land, and I crashed my drone again in the water. I don't even know why I'm smiling at this point. This is the third time this season, and as I explained before I took off with the drone, I'm out of replacements.
We've just come out of the Pungo River Canal. Gus lost another drone, so he's going drone hunting. Dropping the dinghy in. Now Josh has joined Gus on the hunt. 4 hours better than 1, I guess.
I used my 2 free flyaways, or not free, my 2 $400 flyaways, and now I have to buy a new drone because I couldn't find it. I mean, I got off in the dinghy and I looked for it, spent like an hour looking for it. It's freaking gone. So that's a real bummer because I lost all the kick-ass footage I just took in the Pungo River Canal. And I lost the drone. Now I don't have the drone for the rest of the northbound trip. So, yay, not. But, can't let that take the smile off the face. You gotta keep pressing on. Sure, it freaking sucks, but is what it is, right? So, life goes on. All right. So right now we're in the Alligator River.
The wind picked up. Weather's not all that beautiful, but
It's not bad. Definitely an indicator that we're getting up north. Josh is on the helm, up on the fly. How we doing? And I'm pretty bummed out that I lost my drone again, but it is what it is.
so we're gonna anchor tonight.
Right after the Alligator River swing bridge. We'll be pretty protected over there, so all is good. Get over there, get anchored. Tomorrow, we're gonna go through the whole Virginia cut, and I'm gonna anchor in a spot that is basically where the Elizabeth River meets the Chesapeake Bay. Today's Saturday, tomorrow's Sunday. We're gonna stage tomorrow night for a very early Monday morning departure to go straight to New York City. Ethan's gonna have to stop for fuel one time, and I don't need fuel until Maine from here. I'm all set for the rest of the trip. All right, so it is dark out. Josh is still on the helm.
I'm preparing dinner. So I'm having a burger because I don't have room in my stomach for a ribeye. Making Josh a ribeye, seasoned them both up with garlic, Montreal steak seasoning, a little bit of Italian seasoning, and a touch of lime juice. Just a touch.
I think a touch is good.
And yeah, that's a nice freaking ribeye. Look at that thing.
Josh came prepared. Check this out.
All full of nice steaks, good food.
Good morning from the Alligator River swing bridge, pretty much. Last night we came under the Alligator River swing bridge.
You on 7-2?
Oh, we got Frosty. You got Bella. How we doing this morning, Frosty?
Oh, I just went for a little swim. All is well in the world. Ready to take some ICW miles.
Hell yeah. So today we're gonna make it to the Chesapeake Bay pretty much and get ready for a very early morning departure tomorrow morning for New York City.
Crazy, the ground was red. So what are we, 91 today?
86.4 nautical miles.
Oh yeah, let's go cooking.
All right, well, I see you up there. There's Frosty. And we'll be on our way, crossing the Albemarle Sound.
Cool, once you get past me, I'll bring her back up the cruise and we can chug.
Copy that, I'll be standing by 72.
Standing by 7216.
Listen to Frosty, he thinks he's some sort of frickin' maritime operator.
I'm just joking, Frosty.
We got a buoy coming up.
Josh, how are you doing this morning?
Doing amazing.
Frosty! Look at him. Now we're droneless though. No drone. There's Coin Jock. The American Star is here. What do you think about driving in the rain, Josh?
Doesn't bother me.
We're making pretty good time. Ethan's back there, about to come under the bridge. We're probably gonna stop in Great Bridge for dinner tonight. And then we're gonna proceed to Norfolk. Norfolk, however you say it. All right. I'm grilling once again. My grill keeps catching on fire. It's a sad story, but I got a half a bagel, 2 pickles, and some ketchup. We got Frosty back yonder. I'm just cooking some lunch. We're in the Virginia Cut. Probably 10 miles north of Coin Jock-ish. All right, we're at the North Landing Bridge right now. Waiting at the North Landing Bridge, we got Frosty V chilling on back there. We got Josh chilling right here. And then we've got a Sunseeker chilling in front of us. No, that's not beer, that's seltzer water.
Okay, we're approaching the Centerville Swing Bridge. Behind.
Wow. I can't even describe the smell out here, but the smell is just so wonderful. It reminds me of sleepaway camp in northern New Hampshire. But even cooler than the smell, potentially, is this very old bridge that Navionics says still operates, but it doesn't look like something that would operate to me. But then again, you never know. You never know. Freaking quite the unit though, holy crap. All right, so we just had an awesome dinner, and now it's pouring rain. Poor Josh is in the soaking wet rain. He doesn't care one bit though. And we are staging for the Great Bridge Lock. Flashback to the last time we were here, it was in the pouring rain as well. I guess when you get north, it just turns like crap. But we're waiting at the Great Bridge Lock, or waiting at the Great Bridge to pass through the Great Bridge Lock. Look at that freaking bridge open with those counterweights. It's insane. It opens quick.
You got a sticker this time?
I do have a sticker. I was just thinking about that, but it's soaking wet, so I can't do anything with it.
Oh.
It's coming down nice. What's with this lock in the rain for us?
Oh, well, last time we came through it was raining too. Josh is just letting the gun show out today. The jeans soaked. You're not coming out.
I feel bad filming Josh because I don't want to make him uncomfortable.
Good, nice little nature's deck scrub. My foredeck has been needing that again.
So right now we are on our way to an anchorage called Phobos or Phobius, something like that. P-H-O-E-B-U-S, one word. Anyways, we're just cruising right along, and it stopped raining, fortunately. It's kind of a nice night. We'll be staged up nicely to head out tomorrow into the open ocean, straight shot to New York City. Well, Frosty is gonna have to make one stop for fuel, but I'm gonna straight shot to New York City.
All right, it's bright and early. Frosty is leaving Norfolk. We're doing another long run to New York. America. I'm leaving a little bit before Gus because I gotta get fuel. And I'm gonna stop in Ocean City. Sophie's still sleeping. Boat's running good. Builders look good. And this light just came back for me. It was gone, but yeah. Good morning, good morning. It's 4 a.m. right now. And I'm getting ready to leave Phobius. Ethan took off an hour ago. Hopefully that hour gives him enough time to coincide with our arrival in New York City. Gonna drink some coffee, and then I'm gonna get out of here.
Well, it's a rainy morning, but that is the Chesapeake Bay Bridge right there. We're coming over the tunnel, going out into the ocean. Sun's just coming up. Sun's coming up, coming out of the Chesapeake. Got some Navy boats screaming on by. Nice little rain. Haven't seen weather like this since New England when I left. But fortunately the ocean looks really nice today, so I'm pleasantly surprised. It is coming down right now.
Sophie and I are 45 miles outside of Ocean City. Sophie's up on the bow doing work. We're gonna get fuel. Gus is a few miles behind me because I have to make this fuel stop, and we're gonna keep plugging another 18 hours or so to New York, and we are covering serious ground. Haha.
Alright, so the day went by and it's like 11 p.m. now, and I haven't done a ton of recording because not a ton has happened. But we're doing between, like, I'd say we're averaging like 7.7 is what I was going for. And Ethan is running one engine at close to idle because of the bent shaft thing, and then the other one at 14. We're saving a lot of fuel, we're going slow, but honestly the conditions out here aren't bad. I'm right off the coast of Cape May right now, 13 or so miles, literally just cruising. So we'll be in New York City tomorrow for, I'd say 2 or 3 p.m. Josh's night shift starts at 1, then I'll get some sleep, 1 to 6 or 7 a.m. and be in New York tomorrow afternoon. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is a beautiful, beautiful day out. It is Tuesday, the day of arrival to New York City. Everything is perfect. Josh is sleeping now. I'm actually making some eggs that I forgot about momentarily here. I anticipate being in between 2 and 4 p.m. Eggs. It is, it's so awesome out in the ocean. You know, I feel like sometimes I take the wonderful offshore traveling for granted, just sitting in the cabin there. And then you come outside for the first time in like 24 hours, and it's just beautiful. Well, we're getting closer and closer to New York City. We're slowed down to like 5 1/4 knots because it's so calm, and Ethan's like 7.5, 8 miles behind. So give him a chance to catch up. It is so nice out here. So when we get to New York City, Josh is leaving, as is Sophie. So me and Ethan are losing our crew. How was it, Josh?
It was phenomenal, priceless. Again, Gus has been absolutely amazing.
Aw,
I don't
thank
have
you.
the words to describe how outstanding it's been.
Yeah, honestly, we had so much fun. It was a hell of a trip. And Josh is welcome back for the next trip for sure. Great crew right here.
Bermuda bound.
Bermuda? Woo! You never know, huh?
We are coming into New York City right now, looking at the Tappan Zee Bridge.
Ethan is catching up. He's only a couple miles behind us at this point.
I've been doing 4 to 5 knots for the last
Couple hours. But I really don't mind, you know, using very little fuel, and it's really nice out here today. If the conditions were snotty, I'd be more apt to get here quick, but it's so nice that I might as well just cruise. So I'm really looking forward to getting back up to Maine, getting busy. It'll be cool. I think what we're gonna do here is we are going to drop off Josh and Sophie, and me and Ethan are gonna take it slow to Maine from here. There's really no rush. And we'we've been rushing to get to this point, which we've got it done, so. The Tappan Zee Bridge. That's a big old honking bridge, huh? Look at that.
All right, we're coming up to the Statue of Liberty right now.
All right, Josh, we made it.
We made it, and it looks like I'll be departing here
Josh is departing New York.
at the Statue of Liberty.
All right, jump off. No, I'm just kidding.
Melrose is, to my estimation, probably at least 100 hours. Never skipped a beat.
What better than to arrive on a beautiful day
At the Statue of Liberty, blue skies. It is freaking wonderful. Frosty's pulling up right now. He's probably about a mile out. We did 4.5 knots for the last 5 hours so he could catch up. But saved fuel, and honestly, it's such a nice day. Why not, right?
Frosty!
How we doing? Look at that! Whee!
Good morning, good morning. It is 11:24 a.m., May 8th, 2024.
We are anchored out right behind Ellis Island. It is a very rolly anchorage out here.
However, last night we went into the city. We dinghied over, same place I dinghied last time, by Liberty Landing, and took the PATH train into the city, had a good time, met up with a couple friends that we met in Miami this year, and yeah, the current in the East River is not going to be in our favor until this evening around 5. But that's okay because we're ready to do some hanging out and not boating all day every day activities today. Anyways, so we're going to go back into the city, except this time we're going to dinghy across the Hudson River to North Landing Marina and pay $1 a foot to land the dinghy, and then go get some breakfast.
This dinghy is really good at doing rough condition traveling without getting wet for some reason, because the bow is so high off the water. We're going to North Landing Marina. We're gonna cross the Hudson in the ding. Me and Ethan went back to the city today, and now Ethan just pulled his anchor and he's gonna go get fuel.
It's about 4:45 in the afternoon. We're gonna time the 5 o'clock current in the East River. We're going up the East River and we're anchoring in Port Washington, and that's our day today. So, looking forward to it.
We'll get off the boat in Port Washington. Frosty's going right over there to Liberty Landing Marina for fuel.
My scar is getting much, much better. Although I still have that deformation right there in my stomach. I don't know where that's coming from. But I've gained some serious freaking weight.
Holy crap, probably almost the whole 20 pounds, if not the whole 20 pounds. It is an absolutely beautiful day. We've got Frosty, the fender master, chilling. He just got fuel. We've got Manhattan right there. We've got the Insta360 doing a time lapse right there. And off we go. So right now, we're going under the Queensboro Bridge. Frosty's a little behind me, and it is picture perfect out here. I mean, this must be the nicest weather I've had going through the East River thus far. It is so nice out. Oh, this is that cool little city tram thing that they have, sightseeing tram. Oh, there it is right there. Goes pretty good, huh? Just to put into perspective why timing the current in some of these rivers is so important. Right now we're doing 12.6 knots. In a natural habitat, I'd be doing like 7.5 knots right now with where the engines are, where the RPM is. I can't tell you exactly where it is because both of my tacks are broken right now. However, I can tell you that I was doing 7.5 knots before we got into this river. You see this little island right here in the East River? It's called North Brother Island, and I saw how it looks like it had a really old place that they used to land a big boat or a landing craft, but looks otherwise like abandoned, with an abandoned building on there and whatnot. So I Googled it, and apparently it says humans occupied North Brother Island for 150 years. The island housed the Riverside Hospital from 1881 to 1943, World War II veterans housing from 1946 to 1951, and a youth drug rehabilitation center from 1952 to 1964. Then it says the island was also the site of the General Slocum disaster in 1904. So now I'll have to Google what the General Slocum disaster was. Hey Siri, what was the General Slocum disaster?
The PS General Slocum was a sidewheel passenger steamboat built in Brooklyn, New York in 1891.
Sidewheel passenger steamboat built in Brooklyn, New York in 1891. I'm guessing there was a disaster with that boat.
You shot it out, but I can't hear a word you say. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm criticized, but how your bullets ricochet. Shoot me down, but I get up. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away, ricochet. You take your aim. Far away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium.
We have arrived in Port Washington. Well, I've arrived. Frosty has almost arrived. Just in time for a beautiful, beautiful sunset. It actually looks better through the tinted windows. Here's Frosty. All right. Well, it's midnight and I've had my first issue of the trip. Port Washington, New York, and first issue, I heard the generator dying out, and I'm like, oh no. So I went down there, and it sounded like it was running out of fuel, so I pumped the primer, and it started to fire back up. So then I looked at the pump, and I saw the pump was leaking a tiny bit, so I tightened up all the bolts around where it sandwiches the rubber diaphragm, wiped all the fuel off, took the fuel screen bowl off, and looked in there. It looked good. Then I came in the engine room, and I saw that the strainer for the generator strainer, this was up at like 10 inches of mercury, so it was pulling a nice vacuum. And upon initial investigation, literally found that, oh no, I found that this elbow is clogged with gunk. So pretty simple. I'm actually I'm pretty happy that that's the problem and that I found it so quick. Yet another sister ship. Some nice gnarly glass work. I'd like to hear what everyone thinks of the enclosure on the back versus open. I do like that canvas they have for the whole side there. That's crazy. Oh, they have no swim deck. What the hell do you do without a swim deck and a ladder? Not go swimming. Not get on your boat sometimes. Not get on your boat depending on which way you dock. Alright. It is May, I'm not sure, but I know that it is Thursday. And we are in Port Washington. Me and Ethan just did our grocery shopping. There's a really nice town dock right over there at a Stop and Shop. Can't beat it. So now we're getting ready to pull anchor. It's noon, and we're gonna try and get to the Connecticut River. Let's go see how Frosty's doing. What? It's like driving a semi-truck on the water with two engines. Frosty!
I'm getting muddy up here.
You getting muddy?
You were up there running your windlass. I thought you were just trying to sympathize with me for a second, but then you went back to the helm.
I was
Ready?
just...
Ready?
I'm ready.
Do it. Where to? Connecticut River?
Connecticut River. 10 degrees starboard rudder. Throttle. All right. It is getting ready to be dark. It's like 7:45-ish, and originally we were gonna make it into the Connecticut River. Now we're gonna make it right before the Connecticut River because I just want to get anchored before dark, quite frankly. I don't want to try and go into the Connecticut River in the dark tonight. It's starting to get cold, and I just want to anchor and turn the heat on. The luck of the weather for this trip is just unreal. Like even today in the Long Island Sound, it's usually not freaking flat calm like this. The Long Island Sound has some really crazy depth contours. The depth is all over the place, so I find it really interesting to, oh, you can't really see that, but to look at the seafloor with the sonar. It's just cool. It's like, whoa, big hills, insane topography underwater. Look at this, we're steaming right now. It feels like we're barely moving. That's crazy. The current in the Long Island Sound, in parts of the Long Island Sound, is insane. It just got a little snotty out here all of a sudden. Windy, cold. I think right when we tuck in here, it's gonna get calmer though, hopefully. So So we are anchored out here in the Long Island Sound. Frosty came over on his kayak, and his boat's right over there. He lost his paddle, so that's his paddle right there, is that little singular thing. And there's probably 2 knots of current going through here. Let's see if you can do this.
I've been practicing all winter. As long as I don't lose the boat before I...
Oh, it's freezing out here, dude. Jeez, dumb.
Oh, I'm gonna get wet on this one. Alright, ready for the launch?
Let's go. Oh my god, the current's ripping out!
Alright, right now it is 2 o'clock on Friday, May 10th, and we are anchored in the Long Island Sound, just south of the Connecticut River, not in any real protected area, just kind of out here in the open. But it's the reason we waited so long in the day to leave is because the current was against us most of the morning. So rather than fight the current, just let's go with the current and cruise. So tonight I think we're gonna try and get to Newport, so that should be pretty cool. We'll roll in and see if we can go into town in Newport. Wow, Ethan's already got his anchor up. I was just downstairs, or down under, checking the oil in the generator, making sure that the sea strainer is not plugged up in any way, shape, or form, and seeing how that low pressure fuel pump looked after my little repair the other night. Definitely have a nice little wind against current situation going on. Cold! It's a little brisky out tonight. But I'm gonna pull the anchor from the fly because we have a nice wind against current situation going on right now, and I don't want to torque my pulpit.
Frosty Frost, you ready?
I'm ready. That's you're up here. I was expecting it to be.
It's nice up there, not too chilly.
Not too chilly, a little bit of breeze, but yeah, we are all good.
Love to hear it.
So we're gonna go do a little exploring in Newport.
We'll go into Newport, most likely. If we get there tonight, then hell yeah. We'll figure out somewhere we can land.
Hell yeah. I want to see that place.
We're going to Newport.
Check this out real quick. So we're headed into this nice channel of current. But then right over here, I don't know if this is even going to come in clearly. We're going to be in about 30 feet of water, and then we're going to go right off of this cliff. 20 feet of water, sorry. We're going to go right off this cliff area. It's going to drop to 130 feet in a very short distance. We're going to get some cinematic boat footage here. So there's Frosty.
All right, we're gonna do a little Frosty flyby here. She was spooling. Right now, I am in the race
what's called the Race in the Long Island Sound. Check it out. It's a portion of the Long Island Sound that gets very deep. It drops off and gets skinny. And that's not a very good explanation of it, but essentially I'm doing 10.5 knots right now, and I'm probably going to be going even faster in a minute. And the current waves are stirring right up. I'm going to get the Insta360 going down there so you can really get a good idea. I will say, the waves in here are cranking. We're like nearly stuffing the bow. But the boat's loving it. It's really loving it because we're taking them head on. All right, we very quickly went from nice seas to we're getting thrashed right now. Or at least, I mean, it's not too bad in here, but we're in some building seas, one might say. The race in the Long Island Sound is no freaking joke. It's crazy. We're doing good though. I just remembered I didn't strap the dinghy to the roof though. That's my biggest to the fly bridge, but it's connected to the crane, so I don't see how it could really go far. But look at these waves. I don't even know how much you can really see through the camera, but every once in a while we smash them pretty good. Frosty Frost, how we doing back there?
This is definitely the best tossing I've gotten in Frosty.
That's the best tossing you've gotten in Frosty?
Oh yeah. When you're like ripping on the aqua, you hit a wave wrong and it just hits the water and it's just shuddering and it's shuddering and it feels no good.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've had a few of those, which I've never experienced on a big boat.
No shit. Yeah, that's the same sort of feeling that scared me in the Albin when I was hitting waves. Like you feel the thing flexing. I'm glad we're hitting them head on because Bella loves the waves head on. She's really rolly, but if you're hitting them head on, like right now, I'm just eating them.
This would be terribly brutal on the beam.
Yeah, if I were taking these on the beam, everything would be everywhere. All right, so it's 8 p.m. right now. It's just getting dark, and I've pretty much just been getting tossed around all day, but really not too bad. The waves are just that perfect distance apart that the boat can span them, so there's no real slamming. It was nice. But now I'm taking them more on the beam. They've like halved in size, they've like quartered in size actually. Holy crap, it smells like winter air. Oh no, I just got wet. Oh no. Should be in here within the hour, I would say. So Frosty's at least a mile or two behind me. I think the surf really slowed him down more, even though we had a lot of current helping us. I was doing like 10 knots the whole time. All right. So it is
It is Saturday, and we spent last night in Newport, and I just had the launch driver come up and tell me, because we're on a mooring, or I'm on a mooring, and then Frosty's on another mooring, and apparently these balls are too small for us. And long story short, he was a very nice guy and basically just said, leave, you can leave right now, or you can go rent a different mooring for, I think, $100 a night. So leave right now is the option. Ethan is not answering his phone, and I guess he's sleeping, so I'm gonna come up. Well, it's like 11 o'clock, but I'm gonna go up and honk the horn and wake him up. We're gonna nose right up and give him a little toot toot. That ought to get him up. I already made breakfast. I got a bagel waiting for me. Bagel with cream cheese and sardines. All right, so Frosty quickly woke up after the horn honk and got right behind me. Now we're back out in the wow, these waves are big. Now we're back out in the Rhode Island Sound, headed to the Cape Cod Canal from Newport. And it's a little snotty out here today. It's a little snotty. Not too bad. Not uncomfortable. This boat loves the waves coming head on. It takes them very, very well. On a beam, it gets really rolly, but if you're taking them like you're smashing into them from the front, that vertical bow just smashes them. These are some sharp waves. These are large, sharp waves. It's pretty cool. I don't think this camera view does any justice. Oh. No. Shot. Oh! We're getting a little slammed. Oh my God. None of that stuff's moved up in the bow yet. Oh, we got a little water leak. Oh no. Right now it is 5:11 p.m. and I am just entering the Hog Island Channel. I believe is that what they're called? Hog Island Channel. So the Hog Island Channel is basically where it starts to funnel down toward the Cape Cod Canal when you're eastbound. The seas calmed down substantially. They weren't too bad. Nice day though. I will say, after a whole winter in the warmth, the cold air is a little refreshing sometimes, but mostly uncomfortable. I think Frosty's probably, I don't know, maybe a mile and a half behind me. And tonight we're gonna stay in Onset Harbor. Onset Harbor should be pretty cool, and I'm excited to check it out. We're against a pretty nice little current here right now. Tomorrow morning we'll be able to time the current perfectly to get through the Cape Cod Canal. Here we go to turn into Onset Harbor. There is a massive current here. Wow. Oh yeah, we got it. We got it. We got it. Just got to Onset Harbor. I got anchored. Now Frosty's rolling in to anchor. There he goes. Alright, so we're gonna go out to dinner in Onset. But I just thought of something. that my friend Kevin reminded me. He asked me how much fuel I've used so far. And I don't know the exact answer to that yet, although when I get to Maine, I'll calculate that. I put fuel in it in Melbourne, then I made it to Morehead City, and then in Morehead City to here. And as of right now, my aft tank looks like it has over 3/4. Or it was just over 3/4, and then it went down. Now it's under 3/4. It's bobbing around a little bit with the boat. And then the forward tank has below half, 5/8-ish, or 3/8-ish, I mean. Good morning from Onset, Massachusetts, on the west end of the Cape Cod Canal. Today is the second to last day of the northbound to Maine trip. Frosty needed fuel, so he is over there at Safe Harbor Onset grabbing some fuel. I just fired this thing up, so when he gets off the fuel dock, we can pop right out of here and get into the canal. We've got the current running with us, so that is perfect. Last night we grabbed some dinner with one of Ethan's aunt and uncles, aunt and uncle, and then met up with a fan, an In Too Deep fan. Saw the boats anchored out here, ran up to us. He's like, "Hey, how you doing? Blah 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 blah." So we ended up getting together with him. It was really cool. Really nice guy, and he might join us on our southbound cruise next year, or whatever cruise may happen in the future. You never know. Maybe he'll come up to Maine. Either way, I am running and my boat's running, and I'm getting ready to crank on out of here. It's about 7:45 a.m. Probably make it to, I haven't exactly decided where we're headed today yet. Really depends a lot on sea conditions, but it's looking nice, and I'd say the Isles of Shoals, maybe Newburyport, maybe Hampton. We'll have to see how it goes.
What a beautiful morning it is.
How we doing, Fender man?
Just pulled off the dock. Give me a break.
No excuses.
Some nasty water in here. It's got a little flavor to it.
Is it?
Yeah.
As we enter the Cape Cod Canal, this is Mass Maritime Academy, and I would like to present to you the Cape Cod Canal time lapse in 360 format. I never noticed this. There's a campground right in the Cape Cod Canal. A lot of current here. My autopilot seems to be handling it right now. It's a campground. All these people's campers are facing the canal. That's so cool. That is so cool. That's a big old tug pushing water right there. Exiting the Cape Cod Canal, doing 10.8 knots, cranking right along. Gotta love the current in here. Always want to time your current in the Cape Cod Canal and the East River, and the Delaware Bay, and the Chesapeake Bay, and the Elizabeth River. There's a lot of places you want to time your turn if you can. The Hudson. Well, we're coming out into the ocean, and honestly, it does not look all that bad at all out here. So that is exciting. Frosty, how we doing?
Cruising along, off with the waves. What's up?
Bobbing with the waves. Are you stoked or what, dude? We're almost back in Maine.
I'm a little apprehensive, honestly, but I'm excited to pull into Southport and see what's going on there.
You said you're what?
A little bit apprehensive, but that's the way it is when the vacation comes to an end.
No doubt. That's a hell of a vacation, 6-monther, hey?
Yeah, vacation time, you know, one of the two.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I'm stoked. I'm recording this.
I figured.
But yeah, it's pretty wild, dude. It was a hell of a trip. That was quite the journey, huh?
Quite the journey. Glad to have done it. Thanks for taking me along and sticking by my side for all the shit.
Aw, likewise, dude. Thank you. We had a freaking blast. Except for my month in the hospital.
Hey, that's okay. That's just means we need to have some really good months this summer.
Damn right. Hopefully I keep getting better.
Here's hoping.
The last kayak ride of the season. It's almost like it just began 6 months ago.
Quick 6 months. Weird how that goes.
Crazy.
All right, me and Ethan just recorded the In Too Deep Q&A. Now we're doing our last 10 miles to Portland, Maine, Frosty.
Yes, last. Oh my gosh.
How you feeling, dude? How you feeling?
I'm nervous. I'm excited. I am a jumble of emotions right now. Reality's gonna set in real quick.
So we're at Richmond Island and Cape Elizabeth right now. We're gonna fire these things up and do the last 10 miles to Portland.
All right, let's pull the anchor up on what is the last anchor pull of this season.